so today we will solve the Cambridge International IGCSE paper code 058021, component is 21. This is for May June 2025. Okay, this is gonna be for 2 hours and the total marks are gonna be 100, and this is the paper 2 for extended, so no calculators are allowed. You will be given the formula booklet here, so this is the list of formulas you will get. Alright, let's start with the question 1. So question 1 says that you have to simplify 7c minus 5t plus c plus 3d. So we have to solve the like terms together. So you solve 7c plus c, that makes it 8c, and minus 5d plus 3d, they both are alike, so minus 5 plus 3 would make it minus 2, so negative 2d. That's the question 1 for you. Question 2 is, you can see the two parallel lines set here. You have two parallel lines, and they say the diagram shows two parallel lines intersecting two straight lines. So these are the two straight lines you have got, one, and this is the second one. Okay, these are kind of transversal lines which are intersecting the two parallel lines. Okay, so find the values of wxy. We have to find the wxy value. So this is these are the parallel lines and this is the transversal line you have. We are going to do it with the alternate and corresponding angle things. Okay, first of all, yeah, look at this line, I mean the other one, you know, this pink line. If you will notice, the angles inside the transversal line, but they must be on the opposite side of the transversal line, like this x. If I would mark it with green, so this x and this 76, they both are inside the two parallel lines but on the opposite sides of the transversal line, so you will call them alternate interior angles. Okay, so x will be 76, alternate interior angles are equal, so x will be 76, I mean, yeah, x will be 76, so this is 76 degrees. Now look at the other transversal line, which is this line here. Okay, alright, this is this line here. So if you would notice the angle at this W angle, okay, this is on the outer side of parallel line, bottom left side, so the corresponding angle to W on the other parallel line, this is the parallel line 1, that's the line 2, the alternate I mean the corresponding angle to W is 158. Okay, because they are on the both same sides of the parallel lines cut by the transversal line, so W is 158, your W is 158. Okay, now we need to find the y. Okay, we need to find the y now. Okay, to find the y, we know the x already. The x is what was the x? Yeah, the x is 76, and if you notice one thing, this is a straight line, right? You have the straight line here, and the angle, total angle on a straight line is 180. So if that's 158, this total black angle will be 180. So 180 take away 158 will be, so you know, you just take it 2 and 7 minus 5 is 2, 22. Okay, so this angle inside is 22. The green angle inside is 22. Okay, so if you look at this triangle now, x plus y plus 22, they all the three angles add up to 180. So you can do 76 plus 22 plus y, they all add up to 180. Now you can subtract 76 and 22 from 180 to get the y, which will be 180 take away 76 take away 22. So y will be, if you minus them all, you can just do that here, or you add 76 and 22 first. You can add 76 and 22 first, which gives you 6, 7, 8, 98. So 98 plus y equals 180. Now 180 minus 98 will be 10 minus 8 will be 2. 17 minus 9 will be 82. Okay, so y will be 82. Okay, so you got the y angle, which is 82. You took now 98 to the other side, which gave you y is equals to 180 take away 98, and it gave you 82. So the y angle is 82. So that was a 4 marks question. So question number 2. Question number 3. Sally invests $1,500 at a 3% per year simple interest rate. Simple interest rate, we know the simple interest formula. Work out the total value of her investment at the end of 6 years. Okay. The principal amount, the simple interest formula is its principal amount times the rate percentage and the time. Okay, so to find the interest, we will times it by principal amount. Principal amount is 1500 times rate percentage is 3%, times the time is in years is 6 years, so you will times it by 6. So I equals to, you can write this 3%. To remove the percentage sign, you usually divide that thing by 100 times 6. Okay, now these two zeros gone with these two zeros. There is 1 in the bottom, we will not count it. 15 times 3 is 45 and 45 times 6. So 45 times 6 will be 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. So 27. So the interest rate you have got is $270 at the end of 6 years. But they are looking, work out the total value of her investment at the end of 6 years. We want to find the total amount. So to find the total amount, you have to add the principal amount in it. Okay. So 1500 plus 270, that gives you $1770. Okay, so that's the question 3. Question 4 is we have to work this out. 5 over 6 minus 2 over 3 times 3 over 8. We have to apply the big mass rule here. According to big mass rule, you have to solve the multiplication first. So I will write 5 over 6 as it is minus. You know that to solve the multiplication, we when you have two fractions with a multiplication sign between them, you times numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. Okay. Okay, so 2 times 3 will be 6, 3 times 8 will be 24, right? Okay, so 5 over 6 minus 6 over 24. 6 over 24, 6 over 24, when you will divide them by 6, it will give you 1. 6 times 6 is 1. 6 times 1 is 6, and 24 divided by 6 is 4, 1 over 4. So you will write 5 over 6 minus 1 over 4. Now, how you can solve the two fractions with a minus between them? You can cross multiply. Okay, like this, and then multiply the denominators. Okay, so it will be 5 times 24. 5 times 4 minus 6 times 1 is 6 times 1 over multiply the denominator. 6 times 4, which is 24. Okay, so 5 times 4 is 20 minus 6 times 1 is 6 over 24. So 20 minus 6 is 14 over 24. When you will simplify 14 and 24, that will give you 14 over 24. You can divide it by 2, both of them. So you will get 7 over 24 divided by 2 is 12. So 7 over 12 is the simplified answer for question number 4. Question number 5. The interior angle of a regular polygon is 180. Find the sum of sides of this polygon. Okay, we have a polygon. We don't know how many sides does it have, but we know one interior angle is given, which is 150. Okay, we know one interior angle. Okay, let me tell you the formula. Whenever they give you one interior angle and they want you to find the number of sides, you should know that one exterior angle of a polygon is basically 360 divided by the number of sides. Okay, we need to get the one exterior angle so that we can substitute its value in it and get the n. Also, we know that for a polygon, the formula is one exterior angle plus one interior angle adds up to 180. Okay, always one exterior plus one interior angle will add up to 180. So we know one interior angle, which is 150. So 150 plus one exterior angle gives you 180. So now you get one exterior angle. Obviously you will move the 150 to the other side, it will get minus, okay, and 180 minus 150 is 30 degrees. So one exterior angle is 30 degrees. Now you substitute it in this formula. One exterior angle, which is 30, is equals to 360 divided by n, and now you cross multiply them because 30 has 1 in the bottom. You have two fractions with equal signs, so 360 times 1 is 360, 30 times n is 30, n is equals to 360 times 1 is 360. Divide both sides by 30, so your n will be 12. So n is equals to 12. It's a 12-sided polygon, okay. So that was question 5. Now question number 6. I'll just go back. Okay, so this is the question number 6. The line x plus y plus is equals to 7 is drawn on the grid. Okay, so this is the equation for 9x plus y is equals to 7, and it is drawn on the grid. On the grid, draw the line y equals to x plus 1. So we have to draw the line y is equals to 2x plus 1. This line resembles the general equation for the line y equals mx plus c. So your m here is 2 and c is 1, okay, or I can write m as 2 over 1, that won't make a difference. C is 1, you always, okay, as you know, m is change in y over change in x, okay, over change in x, right? That is the gradient. The gradient is 2 over 1, which represents change in y over change in x, and the c is 1. So we will move according to the gradient. So the first thing is, whenever they ask you to draw the straight line, you get its gradient and the c. I will plot the c. C is equals to 1, which c represents the y-intercept. So I will put the point at 1, and now from here I have to move 2 units upward in y direction and 1 unit to the right in x direction. Since they both are positive, if y is positive, you move up. If y is negative, you move down. If x is positive, you move forward. If x is negative, you move backward, okay. So here both are positive, so I will be moving 2 units up and 1 unit to the right, okay, according to the gradient. So it will be, I will first plot the y-intercept, which is at 1, y c is equals to 1. Now I move 2 units upward, 1, 2, and 1 unit to the right because the x is 1, okay. So 1 unit to the right. So this is the point I will get, okay, after moving 2 units upward and 1 unit to the right from the y-intercept, okay. So these are the 2 points you have got, and now you can make a straight line from here. Oh, I am unable to get the line, but let me start here. Okay, so this is the line you will get, okay. So this is your line, as you can see. Okay, this is the line you have got. This line is y is equals to 2x plus 1. So you see, all you needed was its gradient and the y-intercept. Plot the y-intercept and then move according to the gradient, okay. Gradient, you always try to get the fraction. If it has nothing, then you just put 1 in the bottom. It will be easier to plot with the help of that fraction, okay. So now that is the part A. Part B, use your graph to solve the simultaneous equation. These two equations. One of the line is x plus y is equals to 7, and the other line is y is equals to 2x plus 1. I have plotted the line y equals to x plus 1, and the other line is x plus y is equals to 7, okay. Now what is the point of intersection? Basically the solution means the point where the both lines intersect, so which you can clearly see is this red point, okay. What are the coordinates of this red point? Your x is 2 and y is 5. So x is equals to 2, y is equals to 5 are the solution according to the graph, right? So that was an easy marks to grab for question 6. Question 7. Write the recurring decimal 0.2 0.26 recurring as a fraction. So we want to write 0.26 recurring. There is a dot over 6. It means that 6 will be repeating. Okay. Let's say the number which we want to write as a fraction, we will assume it equals to x. Okay. Because we want to write it in a fraction. So now the next step is you keep on multiply x with the multiples of 10 unless you get the same decimal part. Okay. So let's multiply this by 10. So 10x will be equals to, what is 10 times some number? You know that if you multiply any number by 10, it means that you will be moving at this dot 1 unit to the forward direction because it has only 1 0. So multiplying 0.2666 by 10 will make it 2.6666. Okay. If you will notice, both our decimal parts are not starting from the same point and they are not repeating. Okay. As same as above. So I will now times it by 100. First you times it by 10, then 100, then 1000, then 10,000. Okay. Now times the x by 100 now. So 100x will be equal to, okay, if you multiply some number by 100, now you have two zeros in 100, it means you will be moving the point 2 units to the right. Okay. So that becomes 26.666 so on. Okay. So 100x will be 26.666 so on. Now you notice, are you getting any same decimal part? So yes, for these two things I'm getting the same decimal part. As you will notice, after decimal you have 666 and after decimal you have 66666. Okay. So where you get the same decimal part, that is where you stop. Now you subtract. Always subtract smaller value from the bigger value. So we will do 100x minus 10x and we will do the same thing on the right side. 26.6666 so on minus 2.666 so on. Why do we do that? Why do we make the decimal part same? So that when you will subtract those things, you will get the 0 as a decimal part. Okay. 0.666, 0.666, they go away and you get 0. You put the point downward. 26 minus 2 will be 24. So you notice, you remove the decimal part here. 100x minus 10x will be 90x. Now we want to find the x, so you divide both sides by 90. So x is basically 24 divided by 90. Okay. Now you can divide this thing by 6 because 90, yeah. So we need to simplify. So we will divide both of them by 6. So x will be 26 divided by 6 is 4 over 90 divided by 6 is 6 times 1 is 6 and 6 times 5 is 30. 4 over 15 is your x, and you know that, what did you suppose your x at the start? It was 0.2666 recurring. Okay. So x is 0.2666 recurring, which is equal to 4 over 15 now. Right. So so my x as a fraction is 4 over 15. That's for part marks 3. Now question number 8. Question 8 is, you have two vectors m and n, find 2m minus n. So to find 2m minus n, we will first times m with 2. So 2 times m, which is 11 and 5, minus n, which is 8 and minus 3. So first we will multiply. That will give you 22. 2 times 5 is 10, minus 8 minus 3 comes as it is. Now we subtract these two vectors, which is 22 minus 8 and 10 minus 3. That gives you 22 minus 8 would be 40, and 10 minus 3 will be plus 3. So that becomes 10 plus 3 as 13. Okay. So here is your answer to the part A for question 8. Part B, let me make some space. Yeah, part B says that the vector y is equals to y, the vector is 5 root y has a magnitude of 7. Let me write the magnitude formula for a vector that is x square plus y square. Okay. So we know the magnitude is already given, which is 7. So I put 7 here is equals to root x square. What's your x here? Which is 5. So the square of 5 plus y square. What is the y? Root of y. So your y value is root of y. So square. Now simplify. 7 is equals to root. Square of 5 is 25 plus square root. Square of square root. Square root and square is gone. So it's just y. Okay. Now we want to find y. So I have a square root over it. So I will square both sides first to get rid of this square root. So for 7 square will be 49 is equals to square gone with the square root. It's 25 plus y. Move 25 to the other side. 49 minus 25 is y. 49 minus 25 will be 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So y is equals to 24 is your answer to the part B, right? Now, okay, question 9. The table shows information about the marks scored by the group of students in a test. So these are the marks in a test, 4, 5, 8, and the frequency, the number of times that number has been repeated is 2, 4, and n. The mean mark is 6. Now they are giving you the mean mark. Let me write the mean formula. The mean formula is you get the total sum of the marks over total frequency, okay, over total number of times that thing has been repeated. Okay, so how we will get the total sum? Our mean is given to be 6, so I will replace mean with 6 is equals to total sum. How would you get the total sum? Okay, total sum means marks times the frequency, because 4 marks has been repeated 2 times, so you will do 4 times 2. 4 times 2 plus 5 times 4 plus 8 times n, okay, and divided by the total frequency. What is the sum of the frequency? That is 2 plus 4 plus n, okay. Now 6 is equals to 4 times 2 is 8 plus 5 times 4 is 20 plus 8 times n is 8n over 2 plus 4 is 8 plus n. 8 plus 20 is 28 plus 8n over 8 plus n. You cannot add 8n with 28, so we'll just leave it as it is. Now you will notice we have two fractions because there is a 1 in the bottom of 6. You have two fractions with an equal sign between them, so we can cross multiply, okay. 6 times 8 plus n and 1 times 28 plus 8n. So 6 times 8 is 48 plus 6 times n is 6n is equals to 1 times 28 is 28 plus 1 times 8n is 8n. Now move plus 6n on the other side. That will make it 8n minus 6n, and move this plus 28 here on the right hand side, left hand side. That makes it minus 28. So 48 minus 28 will be 20 is equals to 8n minus 6n will be 2n. Now divide both sides by 2. So n will be 10, right? N will be 10. Okay, so this was